Is that unusual?
Well, it probably is unusual, but probably what's more unusual is the run that Jonathan Quick had prior to that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of, there's a transition after you have somebody for so long that's always been there, dependable and not questioned, to find the next guy that's going to take that. So that's, I think, probably explains why, you know, it's been like that.
Can Darcy be a guy like Quickie that you can, a guy that can ride through the playoffs like he did with Colorado?
Yeah, oh yeah, no question. Yeah, that's what we're anticipating. Yeah.
Sorry, Andrei Kuzmenko, first ever playoff game. We talked a lot about him in recent weeks. What's your takeaway from his debut last night, and anything that surprised you or encouraged you?
I think encouraged, yeah. Not surprised, because that's how we played in the regular season. First NHL playoff game, you never know what to expect. He's an older player, so he's got that on his side. But I thought he performed like he has since the trade deadline for us. Just really been a difference maker, and he was again last night. You just got to give him a lot of respect, man. He's really, really done a job, and he had a tough go for a while, and he gathered himself, and man, I'm just really happy for him. Just really happy for him.
Are you surprised at how he's been embraced by? You listen to Adrian and Andrei. It sounds like there's a real affection that's developed for him.
Right, there is, and I'm not surprised. He's, and you guys have talked to him, he's such a unique guy, and he loves hockey. He loves, this is what I've learned about him, and so Kopi and Juice would know best. He can't stop talking about hockey. He can't, he's got a new play for every situation. It's the greatest. For the people who are hockey mad and think about it 24/7, it's just really interesting to see. And it all makes sense. It's not all possible in every moment. It all makes sense, but you just love to see the passion for it. And so I think that's probably why, as line mates especially, they get the brunt of it. But, yeah, no, I mean, we've said it 100 times. What an addition to our team.
Jimmy, we've talked about you being heading into this series. Gotta imagine pretty nice start to see for him in terms of potentially being an impact piece.
I mean, big difference this year. You know, he's on his own line, so he got brought along with Kuemper and Kopitar, did a really good job to complement them, and I thought played well in last year's playoffs. Different animal for him this year with his own line like that, and it's really made us a stronger team, because now we're just so much deeper with him being, you know, complemented by Kevin and Laugh, Kuzmenko with Kopi. You got Phil's line, you know, then you got the young line, so it just makes us so much deeper for him to be able to do that. And at center ice, which for some reason people were wondering, could he play center, and he didn't score a lot of points at the start of the year, and you know, I mean, he's a centerman. I know we talked about that for a couple months, right? Is he a centerman? Isn't he? He's a centerman.
Through your history, what can a big playoff series do for a young player?
I think, I mean, it's good for everybody, for the team, for the organization, but I think the young player, everybody in the end knows that to really be measured and really climb up the ladder in your career, it's often on your playoff success. Everybody will give a person his props for having a good regular season, but then the next step for all players is, can you get it done in the playoffs? So I think as a younger player, if you can, the earlier you can get that done and establish yourself as somebody who can get it done at that time of the year, I think the less questions you get, and the ability to start just climbing that ladder starts at an earlier point in your career. So I think that's what, and it's hard to do, but I think that's the benefit of being able as a young player to get that playoff success under your belt.
We kind of went off last time. He's so dangerous when he gets to the slot. So how do you defend that better? Is it trying to deny him the slot, or you know he's going to get there and the routine has to make better decisions offensively once he gets in there and gets in danger?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's dangerous in a lot of areas. So if you said, you know what, let's just stand inside let's not let him get to the slot. He'd probably hurt you from somewhere close to the slot. So, you know, it just takes more than one guy. Oftentimes, it takes more than one guy. You have to have layers, and you know, at times we had layers, and the times we didn't have layers, you saw what happened.
There are times in the game though, like when one player might have to defend Connor on the game-winning goal.
Oh, of course.
Kind of shadows in there. He makes a stick play. Like, how big of a moment was that from Gav in the game to lead up to that goal? Didn't maybe get the attention that the play could give him.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. There's lots of different times you're going to have to take them on by yourself. Gabby, we've talked about a lot this year with his stick and his ability to break up plays. You know, he spun him once on the face-off goal, but you know, we feel comfortable anytime that Gabby's out there against him that he's going to do as good a job as you're going to do. And again, sometimes you're going to get spun. That just happens. But he's a good defender, and we're comfortable with him out there.
Jim, faceoffs aren't usually an important factor in a game until they are.
Yeah.
What did you make of the team's work in the faceoffs?
Probably an area we can improve, but not an area that we're not surprised. You know, that they run a couple different things. They're strong in the face-offs. They jump well. They pick well. Yeah, that's an area though, Russell. If we think, you know, where can we be better? And it's not just the centerman. You've heard this before. It's everybody else involved. Again, we know it. We know what they're doing. They know what we're doing. Who can execute better? Maybe we got to change things just a little bit, but that is an area for improvement from last night.
You did have a stretch from the first period through most of the second period where they didn't get a shot on goal. They were getting zone time, but you were keeping them on the other side, blocking shots, that kind of thing. When you, like you're talking about before, what does it look like when you guys are playing these guys as well as you can play?
Well, I think the important thing for us is not to allow them with numbers and speed coming through the neutral zone and attacking our defensemen. You know, that's where it will start, because that'll lead probably to more zone time, more time and space for them. So it's making sure that we've got numbers through the neutral zone, and that if they do have some type of an advantage, it's never a numerical advantage. And then, you know, and again, listen, they have a good team. It's not just talk about the other two guys all the time. They've got a strong team, so, you know, the guys can make plays. So both teams, it's 20 men on both sides. You know, I think too often we talk about individuals on their team or individuals on our team. It's 20 men on either side going at it here right now.
We talk a lot about power play throughout the course of the season. How big was it for the group to score on that very first opportunity? Did it feel like it kind of set the tone confidence-wise for the rest of the game?
Yeah, I mean, two things: score early and score on the power play early. I thought if we could have drawn it up, we couldn't have drawn it up any better than that. And the quality of the goal, too, was just a really nice play. The puck movement was crisp, the execution was crisp, and then, of course, it leads to a goal it's really difficult to stop when you execute like that. So it was nothing that Edmonton did. We just, you know, executed. So, yeah, you get off on the right foot. You get off, you got a 0, all of a sudden you're getting into the next game, and if you can't, you know, what happened to us last year. And we just couldn't create enough. So we had the last couple games against them, our power play's been pretty good. So I'm not surprised at our success. Thought we should have had one on the second 5-on-3, despite going, you know, full 2 minutes is tough to kill. They blocked some shots, but we also had some pretty good looks that didn't go.
Last question. Oh, okay.
Oh, make it a good one. Make it a good one, and we'll give you another one. We'll give you 2 if this one's no good. How about that?
I'll try not to work two into the same one, but last night's game was so shocking. There are conversations going on at water coolers all around town.
About the harmonicas, or are we talking about the hockey game?
I'm curious, was there a moment of levity for you or your staff or talking to family coming into the rink today? I know you're preparing for game 2, and you're like, oh my God, that game was insane.
Yeah, the game was insane. Now, my comment to the guys this morning was, I thought you're supposed to sleep better than this after a win. None of us slept well. And, you know, I don't think that's because of the game, the way the game turned out. I think it's just this time of the year. There's not a lot of levity. It's all in. It's important. Of course, we have the players, give them a little mental break and physical break. They need that. But no, it's we know it'll be equally as hard, equally as intense, equally as emotional starting tomorrow night again. So you really can't come off it. And your body doesn't allow yourself to come off it. You're just in it, and that's the beauty of it. Again, I say that. That's why we're all here, man. This is pretty fun, and we all got rewarded watching those guys go at it last night.
Yeah, over these last few days, a lot of guys have talked about the value of playoff experience, and when you get into a moment like that was in the third period, goes from 5-3 to 5-5, how important was it to rely on kind of that experience to see you guys through the moment and make sure you got it done?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's always important to have someone to been gone through that, and I'm glad we found a way. So it's the most important part. So we got to win, and got to keep going now.
On the game-winning goal there, you kind of came off the circle and made the stick play on McDavid. How did you see that goal develop from your point of view that led to Phil scoring at the other end?
Well, first of all, there was a great shot from Phil, obviously, and yeah, I saw the opportunity to send Morsey out to foot race. So that's what I did, and Morsey did a good play too with the delay and pass to Phil. So ended up in the net, good screen by folks too. So everything, small details, but worked out perfectly for us.
I want to say you had a pretty big hit on Arvidsson early in the first. How important was it for you guys to set the tone that early and make that type of an impact?
Well, I'm not gonna say that was a big hit, but I think that was pretty clear for us. We came to play, and I mean that's a playoffs, and they got to do the same against us. So we got to protect each other, protect our goalie, and be together.
Yeah, just 2 penalties taken by you guys, and you guys killed them both. I know every game may not go that way, but is that the ideal thing to do to help kind of contain them in terms of say keeping the penalties down? And
well, if it's got to be 0 goals against them, that would be great. But it's not going to be perfect every time. But we try to be focused and dialed in with that. Obviously, good players will make a good place, but we got to try to eliminate that. Maybe then get a extra penalty or something like that. But so far, we did a good job.
How big do you think it was? I mean, they had a frenetic comeback, and they got back in the game tight. It looked like it was going to overtime, and you guys win. How difficult do you think that is for a team? They worked so hard to get there, and they got nothing out of it.
Well, it's frustrating for them, obviously, but they're a good team. Played in finals last year, so I mean they been in those situations before, and we just gotta find a way to handle ourselves. I would say it's more about us than about them. We try to keep focusing on our game, how we playing, and that's gonna be most important for us in that series, I think.
Did you talk to Andrei before last night, first ever playoff game? Obviously a pretty terrific night for him. I don't know if you spoke to him before the game about what it might be like, and maybe what your thoughts are about how impressive he's been.
Well, he's been good for us since day one, I would say. When he just got here on the trade deadline, made a huge impact, I would say. So that's good. Yeah, he'd been asking me I was going to be in a game 1 or just a playoff, so I just told him, do your thing and just be ready, physicality and mentally. That's all about it. I think he showed up prepared to play.
how long have you known
Kuzi?
Yeah, how long have you known?
Well, a few years. I played with him back in Russia. We played with him in the national team, so play against him too. So, I mean, he'd been around a while.
Have you always known him to have that kind of personality? Very energetic, bubbly. Jimmy just said he's always talking to Slime.
Yeah,
Have you always known him to have that kind of personality?
Yeah, even when he just showed up, the guys told me the same. So he try to talk, try to bring something to the game, something new, and he seems involved. That's all that matters, and he giving us the best effort he can.
Does he bring extra life to a dressing room?
Well, I mean,
That personality.
we've been good without him, but he's he's a great addition for us. Obviously, as I said before, he made a huge impact on the power play and just on 5-on-5. So he's quick, smart. He can pass and shoot the puck, which we needed.
Did you get much sleep last night?
Yeah, it's a little bit. After every game, I have a terrible sleep. Just 5 hours, it's okay, it's usual. Because a lot of emotion, the first playoffs game is so interesting. and so excited and electric atmosphere. So I'm happy playing the playoffs because in the usual play every year before NHL I play in Russia. Is I like it. This time in the playoffs, usual I go to the semi-final or final. This amazing time for everybody, for us. But now in NHL is other level about atmosphere. Is 20,000 people is support you. Is a so amazing time, and we play against good teams and good players, and we'll see how we play future. But first game we win, and forgot today. We prepare to tomorrow. This next game, and last game is a past. Yeah.
Everybody talks about how you changed this team, your personality, your energy. When the trade happened, is that what you wanted to do? Did you want to come in and change the team, or is that just the way you are, and they just had to accept that that was how you were going to be?
Little bit simple.
Yeah.
Little bit simple.
You changed the team
Yeah.
when you came in.
Mhm.
Was that your goal? Did you want to do that, or were you just being yourself?
Make a
And-
big
Your
difference.
personality changed
Thank
the
you.
team. You brought a lot of energy.
A lot of energy for this team.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I play with everybody. With great human, great people. I like it. I'm happy to play with these guys. A lot of superstar, a lot of good players, and I like it. I have a good energy. I need to give energy to my teams, and everybody give back to me in energy. I like it. It's good connection for everybody. I like it.
Thank you.
When you first came into the league, you played for Bruce Boudreau, and you had a great first year. I guess how did he help you in your first year, and how is Jim helping you now?
Always. I have 4 teams. There's a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
It's every coach a big help to me.
Yeah.
And Bruce Boudreau give to me the good chance to NHL. And good time ice, good help to me. If I have a little bit mistake, he don't push to me, so let's go, don't worry, let's go, keep going. And it's a good first season to me in NHL. I love it him. He's a big support to me. And now, same moment. And probably this is good coach in this team, and I love it. Play a lot of coach in my career because a little bit faster, learning what I need, how I need to play, how team need to me, how I play is so interesting. So good moment for learn when a lot of coach, a lot of other rules, different rules is a so important moment to me because I have one coach I take about believe myself, second coach go to forecheck, third coach go to back check. It's a lot of things. It's so important, yes, and we'll see. I love it, and the good school is so difficult, but good school for future because I don't know who is players in NHL is change 5 coaches in 3 years. I don't know, probably just I. And so good moment for me. But one more say, so difficult time was, but now I understanding how I can play, how I need play for the team.
You're always talking to Juice.
Mm-hmm.
You're always talking to Kopi.
Right.
Is that just you, your personality?
Mm-hmm.
You just like to. Yeah.
Yes, I want playing the hockey on ice. I don't want think what's happen in the future with the Jews and the copy. I want understanding next move. It's a little bit better for future, for a good moment, for score, for passes, for a good great chance, and I love it. Speak to my partners. I don't know, probably too much and maybe more speak because it's a copy. Yeah, Kuzi, yeah. This moment I understand, okay, Kuzi, little bit slow. It's too much information. Yes, because it's the first 10 games, a lot of, after probably every shift I watch on the iPad, this. I want this play. This is my move. Listen to me and go. What you think? Just what you want. And so important moment to me, because I need understanding. Is what's the future? How future juice moment? How future copy moment is is little bit key for the game, for the successful.
Jim Heller said that you were always thinking the next move.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Is that how your mind is working? You're always thinking about what's possible.
Yes, right. I think about how I can play better, because I want to help to this team, because this team believe to me, and I want to help. I watch a lot of shift about how I can better this, how I can better in the play, in power plays, a lot of things, a little bit better to me.
Which players did you look up to or watch when you were younger? Who were your favorite players when you were growing up?
My career or what?
No, when you were growing up, when you were little, who were your favorite players?
The favorite players. It's so difficult question because I don't watch hockey. I just work. This is my work. It's a little bit different, yes. But my always one answer. I play with one guy in the CSKA Moscow when I was in the 18 years, 19, 20. I play with Alexander Radulov. He's a so amazing guy. He's electric guy. Is a big support to everyone. I love it. Your energy, him energy, understanding. Okay, I need maybe same. And just I don't have. Is is a lot of legend. Russia is. Further Ovechkin is a lot of guys. I can say is 100 names, but yes, but who to me is one guy. Yes, Fedor. Yeah.
So you don't watch hockey? Jim said you talk about it all the time, but you don't watch it?
No, I watching. It's how my game.
Okay.
It's done watching. I never watching the playoffs. I never watching the game in NHL, but I have one time in my 3 years. I watching the 4 games when I wait visa go to the US. Every day because I don't can practice. I can watch. I wait to my trade to Philadelphia. I watch probably 7-8 games, but just one time in my life.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. Yes, I watching the my shift. Yes, it's so important to me.
Did you get much sleep? Sorry.
Yeah, I got a little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How does this feel similar or different to Colorado? I know you're one game in, but that Colorado run, last time you were in the playoffs, is there something special about that run that you still think about?
I mean, it's hard to compare. I mean, like you said, it's only one game in. I think finding ways to win games, that probably wasn't. We haven't had a lot of games like that where leads have gotten away from us, but for us to still find a way to get that win was awesome, and it's really nice to come out of game one up 1-0.
Obviously, wild game, wild finish. How did you feel about your play?
Yeah, I felt good. They obviously have some great players that made some great plays, and we know that they're going to be a challenge to contain. Obviously, don't like giving up the lead like that, but I felt good about my game and just keep doing what I've been doing.
We talked the other day about the importance of experience when things get on the ropes. When it goes from 5-3 to 5-5, how great was it to kind of rely on that to make sure it went the other way and get the win?
Yeah, I mean, the group didn't really get phased, and we went out, and it would be really easy to get on our heels there, and we went out in the last minute and went down the ice and got a huge goal, and it was really special to score in regulation and get the win.
What kind of a reassuring feeling does that give you?
Yeah, I
When
mean,
you see it develop like that.
yeah, definitely. It was a game that we were in control of for most of the way until late. So to not let it slip away, it was awesome for our group.
Coach, I assume in the moment it's not going through your mind, but do you get a chance or even now understand just how exciting that game was regardless of the outcome?
No, not really, I guess. Yeah, we're just focused on on what we're doing out there, and I'm sure it was a pretty crazy game to watch, though. I'm sure.
Phil Deneau is a guy who does a lot of work that maybe doesn't always show up, in the stat sheet. To see him be the guy who gets 2 goals, the game-winning goal, how nice was that for a guy who works so hard for you guys all year?
Yeah, I mean he's so responsible all over the ice, and a guy that you always trust having on the ice, and we know that he has the talent to go out there and produce as well, and so we know he has that in him, and we were all just super happy for him.
You had to make some saves in the first half of the game, but with a pretty decent lead at the time and with it taking them more than 12 minutes to get a shot in the second period, how do you stay sharp in game 1 of the playoffs on a night like that?
I think it's easy in the playoffs. There's a lot of energy in the building, so you just stay ready for the next shot, and whether the last shot went in or you don't get a shot for a while or you made a big save, you just gotta be ready to make the next one.
See, just 2 penalties taken by you guys, and you guys killed them both off. And I know every game is its own entity whatsoever, but I imagine that's part of the blueprint that you guys want to have in terms of being disciplined and staying out of the box and at least keeping it to a minimum.
Yeah, I mean we're confident with our penalty kill. It's been great all year, but we also know the talent they have on their power play unit. So the less opportunities we give them, the better off we'll be.
Rosie, when Connor raises his level like he did late in the game, for a goaltender, what makes him so difficult to defend? Don't say everything.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to pick one thing. Obviously, he's got speed, vision, playmaking ability. He can score. I mean, he's got so many different ways that he can beat you that I think it's hard to anticipate what he's going to do.
Does that make it tough? Does that separate him? I mean, there's so many things probably, but does that separate him the fact that even if you can contain him for 40 minutes for whatever, that eruption can occur at any time?
Yeah, I mean, it just takes one shift for him to do something special. So you got to be as sharp as you can every time he's on the ice, and it's an exciting challenge for us.
What does the prep look like for you guys in these quick turnarounds? The game again tomorrow. How much do you break down on a day like today when there's an optional skate?
A little bit of review today, and I'm sure there'll be some more tomorrow, and then make any adjustments that we have to make, and you just kind of adapt game by game, and both teams will be doing the same thing, so it's kind of a little chess match in that sense, but it's a quick turnaround, so end of the day you just make the adjustments that you can and then go out and play hockey.
Darcy, you're the 4th different person to start the first game of a playoff series for this team over the last 4 years. And I know you've been here all season and everything, but is there something, most teams are sort of known by their goaltender, that's their personality. How are you different from the other 3 guys? How is this team different with you in goal?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a tough one to answer. I didn't watch that closely to the other guys, so I don't know what the difference would be. And I know just from my standpoint, just want to go out there and play steady, and I have some experience in the playoffs, and just ride off that and go out and provide solid goaltending.
It's a non-hockey question for you, but the energy in the building. The national anthem last night, the K-Town Senior Community Center harmonica class were performing, and the whole crowd were singing. It went viral on the internet, but I'm just wondering from the players' perspective, that was kind of unique, really cool, kind of fired people up. Just what do you think as a goalie? You're really in the zone in that moment, but.
Yeah, I mean, it was. It's always cool when you get the fan interaction like that. There's a lot of energy coming into any start of the playoffs, so. The fans were ready to go, and they've been great all year, and so it was pretty cool from our standpoint to hear them all singing along.
So if you heard the harmonicas again, you guys would be pumped up again for it.
I'm not sure who they have singing the anthem next time, so we'll be pumped up regardless.
Well, okay, maybe the flip side of it. So in that the anthems are going, and it's even heightened. How much are you trying to tune everything out?
I mean. It's not I don't know. It's not really that much of a challenge. You're not trying to tune out that energy. I think what you're trying to do is channel it the best you can. You don't want to get too high, but it's also nice to feel like you got a lot of energy as well. So it's just how do you channel it, and how do you use it to be your sharpest?